Hi, this is Greg Custer. I'm the CEO and founder of Choosing Mexico, which is a corporation based in Washington State. And my mission is to expand your Mexico living horizons. I've worked in Mexico tourism for over 40 years, and I've lived in Mexico full time since 2015. What I hope to do with the service I provide is really help people understand the vast panorama of lifestyles and locations that only exist in Mexico. And one of the first things that people need to decide, I think, is what sort of setting they're looking for. And I break Mexico down into basically three different location choices. You can choose to live in what is primarily a resort. The second category would be choosing to live in primarily what is a city. And the third one would be more of a village or a town. And of course, some of those cross back and forth because you have resorts that are also large cities and villages. But if you can start thinking of Mexico and breaking it down into those three categories, that can be helpful. The other thing you really need to focus in on are criteria that I've established that really distinguish different lifestyles and locations across Mexico. And I use a series of 6 different points to do rankings of places in Mexico. And my 6 categories are, first of all, connectivity. Secondly, climate. The third one is culture. The fourth one is community. The fifth one is care. And my last category is Costco. Costco being a metaphor for access to familiar products and services. All of us who move to Mexico come with certain habits and wants, especially coming here later in life. And so for some people, having access to those familiar things and services from back home is an important part of the decision. I understand that. So within those 6 categories, what I do then is I do a ranking of 5 to 1, 1 being it's not the best place for that optimal condition, 5 being these are the places that really showcase be it culture, community, climate, care, etc. So one thing you can do at Choosing Mexico is look at those rankings and start thinking about Mexico perhaps very differently than you have in the past. Most Americans and Canadians who are coming to Mexico have experience with resort locations, and many of them truly believe they want to live in a resort location. But I hope through my content, videos, courses, and coaching to really expand your Mexico horizons and get you thinking about different geographic settings and also thinking about what sort of community you want to live in. Because a lot of people, the last thing they think about is what am I going to do when I get there? And one of the reasons I chose to live here south of Guadalajara in the Lake Chapala area is for settings such as the one we're sitting in right now. This is the Lake Chapala Society. It was founded in the 1950s. It's probably the oldest expat support organization anywhere in the Western Hemisphere. And it's an oasis for personal development, socialization, learning, and also supporting broader community needs that help the Mexican community that we are guests living in. It's a very unique space, and it only exists here, and you need to think about how you're going to spend your days. And I think that's a primary consideration when you're evaluating a place to live in Mexico is what sort of socialization beyond bars and restaurants are you going to find in those communities. And those are some of the things that I hope to take you through with the content that I have at Choosing Mexico.
Wow, that's covering a lot of territory. And this is part 2. Greg's given us another interview to help us out. And can I, right away, could I put this,
Sure.
cover your card? I'd appreciate that. Okay, and here is Greg's card and information on how to get in touch with him. Whoops. Okay, you can pause this and get the information, and I'm going to flip it over. Whoops. And here it is. So you've got someone to talk to that really knows firsthand what's going on here in Mexico and this Lake Chapala area. So anything else, Greg?
Well, just remember that Mexico has 32 states, and there are Americans and Canadians, I'm positive, living in all 32 of those states. So if you've heard only of a very short list of places that you could consider in Mexico, maybe you've heard of Southern Baja and Puerto Vallarta and Merida and the Cancun, Riviera Maya area. Really, there's a lot more to explore and investigate. And it could be the biggest decision you make in the later years of your life, where you're going to spend those years and how you're going to live. So it's important to do your due diligence, talk to people who are on the ground, and really immerse yourself in what Mexico living is all about. And that's what I'm hoping to do with the class I do and the coaching services. So thanks for this opportunity.
Okay, and thank you once again. Give this channel's viewers a lot of information, and he took the time out to do this too, and I really appreciate it. So, thanks from the Ajijic. We're at the LCS, Lake Chapala Society, in Ajijic. Buenas tardes.
Show them the gardens.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that soon, real soon. I will. It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful space.
Thank you so much, Greg. Okay, bye bye.